Okay, the craft fair. Lavender Walls presents the craft fair. Love, fun, glitter. Over 100 vendors. Live entertainment. Scrumptious treats. Nice copy here. I like your adjectives. Live and scrumptious. Proceeds go towards new children's therapy facility at Madison. Towards the new children's therapy facility at Madison Memorial Hospital. Date. This should be an N-dash Hemming Village in place and an online registration. Is there a time that this starts? I wouldn't know what time to show up. So I would add that. Also, your text is crowded into the corner there. Also crowded on this edge of that green box. This text has good space and this has good space. I can see why these three are separated because they're grouped, but they also have different functions, so that's all right. This text is center aligned. Don't do that to me. Find a different option. Maybe stack things up. Stack up the date, time, and place, and the website. Okay, first thing I notice is that there's some readability difficulties with the text. Also, be sure you don't have hyphens or widows. I like this text over here, except it's too close to the edge. You might have to make it smaller and bring these two closer together so that they're united. And then this decorative font has some sans serif characteristics that clash with this one. So either make them the same or make them very different. Here's another sans serif. If it's the same as this typeface, just a different font in that typeface, that's fine. I can't really tell. Let me just read. Dust off your battle axes and charge your phasers, for the annual Geek Week competition is upon us. Wait a minute. This word "for" throws me off. Check this copy. I like how geeky it is, but it reads funny because "for." Dust off your battle axes and charge your phasers, period. The annual Geeko Week competition is upon us, maybe. Unless you mean because the annual Geeko Week competition is upon us. But it sounds like it's written in Bible language or something. For the annual Geeko Week competition. Anyway, read your copy and consider it. Admission is $15 and all proceeds will be donated to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Some contrast in this text would be nice. It all has the same weight, the same color. It's all the same. Do something to it visually so that it's clear what's going on. A period here would make this paragraph the same as this. For more information, go to the fact that this website doesn't all fit on one line is weird. Critical failure or handbook. Do something about that. Not sure what, but maybe it could be size or something. Play with your text. Oh, by the way, I like this strong left alignment in that it unites the text with this strong image of Leonard Nimoy. And I like that his head gets chopped a little bit rather than being touching the top barely and creating a tangent. Okay, so this PDF is showing a little bit differently than the others, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but you must have a 2-page PDF. Oh yeah, you do. Okay, so this is great. You've got a couple of James Bond. You've got a strong right alignment. Furry popcorn is hurting my eyes just a little bit. Looks like you have 2 shows and a place. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost to get in. This text is center aligned. Don't do that to me. Sponsored by a couple of guys. You might change this to an organization. I trust an organization more than I trust a couple of people that I don't know. If they're going to put on an event, I would rather have it be sponsored by somebody that I'm aware of. And then I don't know who the proceeds are going to. What's this for? There needs to be a beneficiary. This image of James Bond is better than this one because this one is chopped right there. He's kind of coming out of nowhere land. And I'm not sure where the margins are going to be, but be careful that it doesn't create a tangent when you trim the white off of your image, that his head and his hand aren't too close to that edge. This text is a little bit hard to read. Maybe it's just the size. This is a nice strong line. This text looks like it's center aligned, just like that is. So don't do that. And these angles are just off a little bit. Either make them very different or make them exactly the same. Okay, overall first impression is very good on this ad. You've got some nice strong alignment here, nice contrast. The colors are working well. It looks like you took this color from this down here, so there's a nice little repetition there. Make an end dash there. I think BYU Idaho could be a little bit smaller. Who's the beneficiary? So if I donate to this bake sale, who gets the money? Yeah. This boxy thing that's going on, I think it works. I think it's a contrast with all these organic, rounded kinds of shapes. One concern is that this spoon has a little tangent right there. This spoon has a little tangent right there. In other words, it's too close. And this whisk has a little tangent right there on that edge. So watch that. I really like this one. Love all the white space. Love the contrast here with the fonts and the sizes and the colors. Spring fashion sale. Oh, okay. So this is I guess this would be an event, but there's supposed to be a beneficiary. Think about that, and there's supposed to be a benefactor. Who's sponsoring it? I guess the BYU University store is sponsoring it, but the proceeds should go to somebody. Nice repetition of color here. The image is nice and strong, and too bad her hand's chopped, but better chopped than having a tangent over there. Great, a tractor rodeo. You might consider white text instead of black. Just try it and see if it's more readable. You might consider light text instead of dark here too. I see what you're doing with the orange, repeating that orange, but it's a little tricky to read the orange in some places because the value of the color is so similar to the background. This Rexburg, Idaho, consider doing something with it so that it aligns, or because right now it looks like location Rexburg hours admission, as if Rexburg was an unwanted sibling of these other three things. I get it when I read it, but visually, make it visually easy to understand. Some contrast in here would be nice. I don't want to read this because it's really hard, but I believe it says, "Come support our great veterans by embracing your inner farmer." 2 exclamation marks. That I don't think I would do. I shouldn't say I don't think. Don't do 2 exclamation marks. Either do 1 and make this text more of an exclamation mark by having some contrast in it, or don't have an exclamation mark. I don't believe that you're that excited about it. Enjoy biscuit and sausage breakfast, entertainment, tractor, rodeo pull, games, assorted, food, demonstration, booth rides, game. Okay. Donating all proceeds to Farmer Veteran Coalition. Okay. Very good. Yeah, not sure what else to say. Watch tangents, but overall I think it's working okay. If you could strengthen your alignments, that would be helpful. You could either use this box or this text. The edge of this T isn't a very strong place to align, so this downstroke is a stronger place. Maybe this box could come over to there, or this text could come over to there, and then carry that line all the way down. So right now, this strong alignment on the bottom text isn't connected to anything. A little bit of kerning would be nice here. See that how far the T seems in comparison. The T and the R seem to be farther away than the R and the A. This is where kerning comes in handy. Check your book about kerning. Wow, this is really strong. The image is powerful. And you've got a nice strong alignment here. You've got a strong alignment here. I'd move it away from the edge. If possible, bring it over to this line. It might not work, but maybe you could bring this text over left just a little bit. You don't want to get it too close to this gentleman, but if that was a strong line, an invisible line that went all the way down and was used for right alignment here, that would be great. A little bit of contrast in this body copy would be nice. Everything here shouldn't be bold. Decide what's the most important and make that bold. Use an en dash for this duration instead of a hyphen. Same thing here and here. Yeah, this image is helping your project a lot. So good job finding and choosing an image. All right. So lots of good white space here. I don't know that this, I mean, compare how compelling that image is in this image. There's just not much going on here, which is okay. It's a Renaissance festival. It looks like it might be a quilting thing. I don't see much of Renaissance in here. This scrolly thing might indicate Renaissance. You do have a strong alignment. I don't understand the proximity that you've used here. I would think the date and time should be grouped. Let's see, jousting, sword fighting, costume contest, face painting, fun for the whole family. Admission is $5. Okay, yeah, it's clear what's going on. So I'm not sure what else to say about this except that your image just isn't that compelling, and but maybe all it would take is, turn this into a embroidery or quilting festival. I don't know. Think about it. I'm not sure what the solution is here. I don't think I'd make this scroll transparent. I can see this through that, and if this was I don't know. Scrolls aren't typically transparent. They're typically solid, opaque. Hashtag save the elephants. Some nice white space up here. Some text readability problems here. Make sure there's good contrast. This red text does stand out more than the pink text, but red text is typically, especially at this size, is not very easy on the eyes. Well, I'm not sure why you've aligned over here. I'm glad that this has a strong alignment. But maybe find a place that would be a stronger connection for it, like this big elephant. Could you align to an invisible connection here And same with this, save the elephants. Some contrast here would be nice. And it's too bad you've got a white box. Is there something you could do about that without, you know, making it look bad? And here's the last one. Nice, strong, compelling image. There's this kind of repetition of this line here and in this logo even, which I think that works all right. I wonder what would happen if you got rid of the stroke around these boxes. I like that you've got some contrast here in your date, time, place. I like that you've got a strong line. I wouldn't mind if there was more space on the left here and on the bottom here. I wonder what would happen if you just made this box bigger and let it full bleed off the edge. You know, keep the text in the same place, but bring the box edge over so you don't have to worry about, so you maximize the space inside of this box. I mean, this is a wilderness, it's outdoors, it shouldn't feel claustrophobic, it should feel open. Yeah, nice contrast down here. Great, that's it for this video. Hope it was helpful, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday.